gosh. I hope the GoPro got that. That was a hawk carrying off a squirrel or something. Well, hey friends, Randy Bunch here. Welcome to Off-Road Adventures. As you can see, we're driving on some pretty rough roads. You can probably tell by the scenery shaking around you on the video. I went out today to do some filming. No definite real clear plan of where I wanted to go when I left the house, and so as a result of that, I just took some familiar trails over the Timber Mountains, headed over to the Carrizo Plains, and then I decided I wanted to do something I've never done before. There's not a lot of places around here where I can say I've never been there before. So there's one particular trail that I've only been so far on, and I've never gone the distance with it, and I want to say today where it leads. And so it's going to necessitate getting over to the Carrizo Plains and taking the road on the north side of the monument, Carrizo Plains National Monument, all the way down to a particular area where you can start to weave back up into the Timber Mountains. It'll take you over to what we know as Crocker Springs. And then I want to take that road as far west as it will take me. It's going to be up in the mountains. And so I have not aired down. I wasn't going to even bother today since I was going to be on some familiar trails. But I think I will, because I'll be high up in elevation. And some of the roads might be a little bit tricky. I don't know. I haven't been there. So I'll probably air down when I get closer, at least when I get on the plains, just to make the road a little safer and a little smoother, because some of those roads on the plains are pretty rough. So I'll probably do that. So the first order of business is to get over here to the Carrizo Plains, which means I've got to go up the Timblers. I'm kind of in the middle of them right now. Go up to the top of the Timblers and over into the plains like we usually do. And that's probably when I'll probably attach the GoPro camera and get it going, and maybe do a little bit of filming with that as well. So in 2001, under the Clinton administration, the Carrizo Plains became a national monument. So it is now the Carrizo Plains National Monument. The protected lands that are included in that are about 250,000 acres. So about 250,000 acres are included in that. And that is where my wife and I do the lion's share of our off-roading. That's been a great training ground for us, because the roads are not only close to home, but for the most part, very doable for a novice off-roader. We have gotten stuck a few times, and we've run into some obstacles that were challenging before. But the thing that my wife and I love about the plains themselves, even though they're pretty usually dry and arid and not much to look at, is that is the home of our friend, the California badger. At least that's where we always seem to find them. So we enjoy, when we come down off the mountains, to going through the plains for a bit. Today I'm going to be going through a pretty good section of the plain, because I want to go back up the Timblers toward Crocker Springs, and then take that Crocker Springs road. It's not officially the Crocker Springs road. It's going to be, I don't think it is at that point. It's going to be something else. But anyway, I'm going to be taking it through some territory. They're actually semi-green right now, which is amazing, because they're never green. They're always brown. But for a little while in the winter and spring, when the rains come, it greens up around here a bit. And in fact, this place is supposed to be well known for the wildflowers. I've been around here all my life, and there are certainly wildflowers in California, particularly up near Tehachapi, some beautiful scenic areas, but I have yet to see the wildflowers in the Carrizo Plains. So maybe that will be my treat come spring. I don't know. But we'll be obviously riding around here during that time. So if there are any wildflowers to be seen, we'll see them, and we'll send you photos and video and all that kind of thing. So hopefully we'll have something to show you in the near future. One of the things that's very fascinating about the Carrizo Plains National Monument is you come out here and you can see the remnants of a bygone era. Here's an old cattle ranch. You can see where there used to be an old windmill there, and in fact this thing has fallen apart even more since the last time I was here. But there's obviously the cattle pen. There's a chute for loading the cattle on vehicles or trailers or whatever they had, and then some tanks, water tanks, old water tanks, a shed in the background. You can kind of all see it here. This kind of thing is sprinkled all throughout the monument. It's pretty interesting. It makes you feel like you're back in time, back into the Wild West days. One of the hardest things for me is not getting distracted by all the little trails I see going off to the right and left. There's some of them that I know that I've been on, and I know they're going to take me somewhere else, and I kind of have an objective today, so I'm trying to be disciplined and stay on this road through the foothills, leaving the Carissa Plains to get up into the Crocker Springs area. It's taken me longer than I remembered, but that's not untypical. It always seems like when you're trying to get somewhere, it takes longer to get, doesn't it? So anyway, we're going to be going up out of the Carissa Plains here shortly. We'll put the GoPro on the hood so you can kind of see the path out of here. It's not real steep, but it's a good little climb up out of the plains, up onto the area of Crocker Springs. One of my friends that I grew up with, his father owned property up there. He sold it, but still the family has the mineral rights. But we'll be driving through that area, and we'll be kind of on the top of the mountains at that point. And there's some beautiful vistas up there. You can see the Soda Lake real easily. We've got lots of footage of the Soda Lake. We've been there a number of times, and so we won't be filming that today by any means, but we'll be coming up out of these plains here in a moment and up onto the mountains, and so we'll show you what that looks like. Well, there it is. That's the sign showing that you're heading down into the Carissa Plains National Monument. We're coming out of it. We're going to be going up into the Crocker Springs area. But that's one of our lovely signs the BLM put out for the Carissa Plains National Monument. So farewell, Carissa Plains. We'll be back again soon, I'm sure. All right, we're back in four-wheel drive as we begin to ascend this mountain, and it's not that bad of a pass, but definitely like being in four-wheel drive, having all four wheels engaged. We're aired down, so we'll have good traction. There's one area around here that during the summertime, it gets very dry and powdery, and it can be quite challenging on the traction side of things. But vehicles make it in and out. I'm sure even two-wheel vehicles, two-wheel drive vehicles make it in and out of here okay. But we're in four-wheel drive and aired down, so we won't have any problems at all. This is that area, and like I said, I've been a little further than this, but not much. So from here on out, friends, this is where we begin a new adventure, just to see what's out here. And may not be much. We may end up turning around and coming back and returning through the plains and going home, but it'll be fun. We'll see. Well, there, way distant on the plains, is Soda Lake. We've taken some good footage of Soda Lake before, but now you're seeing it from an elevated position, and it almost looks like there's some water down in certain parts of it. I do know that these lakes will fill up with water, but that's really a compound of sodium and I forget what all that is very rare. You don't see a lot of deposits of it in the world, but there it is out there, and as I said, it looks like there's some water in certain areas of that. But we're not going to be going down into the lake today. We're going to be going around and these mountains and seeing what they see. Neither my wife and I are a very big fan of ledges. Neither one of us love the heights. So when we come up here to Crocker Springs, that's one of the things you deal with. I prefer the roads that go up the middle of a mountain rather than on the edge of one. And so when you come up here, though, it's inevitable. You're going to be on some edges like we are right now. You just have to make sure that you stay safe and don't get off too close to the edge. Well, as I said, folks, I've never been this far before, and of course, what do I end up on? a nice ridge road. The very thing I am not a great lover or fan of. It's a good road. It's a solid road. No danger in that in and of itself. But I've just never liked riding along the ridge, the edge of a mountain. It just does not make one's heart feel secure. There are trails that I can see down when I dare take my eyes off the road down below me that go into various parts of the hills and mountains around, and I don't know where they go. I'm not going to find out today, likely. But we're just going to continue to follow this around for a little ways and see where it goes, and we'll find out where we wind up. I really don't know. There's another little tank coming up here, but we're away from the edge for now, and that is a blessing to me. So I think it's worth taking a moment just to stop and show you this. I don't know if it conveys through the camera very well, but quite a beautiful spot. Some real mountains and trees and paths down there that kind of make for a beautiful image, at least from what I can see. I don't know if the camera conveys that all that well, but that is not our road. Our road continues to lead up and through. Well, everybody, I'm stopping to take a little bit of a break. I'm going to have some coffee and a quick snack, and I'm just looking at some options I have here. There's a road that goes around this tank. It looks like it continues to go a ways, and then there's some paths that go through the hills here. Got some nice trees up in this area, but then really, to be honest, the main road I think really goes through here. It's gated, and it says please keep the gate closed because there's livestock in the area, but it's not a locked gate. You can go through it. I believe you can just lift the chain and go through, and so I think that's what we're going to do. I think we're going to go through this gate and go down this road. It looks like the better road. I think this is the continuation of this road, and it'll give us some adventure to go up there into these hills and see where this road goes. I really don't know. There's trails coming down all over the place in here, and so I really don't know where this road is going to end up leading me. I'm kind of thinking that it goes all the way through to 58. I could be wrong, but I'm going to stay safe and stay on the main road. I could go down here. There's some trails leading off into these hills. They look pretty cool, safe, but I don't know where they lead, and I don't want to go where I don't have a way of getting back out. So I think I'm going to turn back in here and go through this cattle gate and see what we see. All right, well, we're continuing on our trek now, and we did take the cattle gate road. And it's actually a beautiful, like, little avenue through here. It's obviously been cut out of the side of the hill and got lots of vegetation and a nice, wide, safe road. So we're going to go through here and see where it goes. I really have no idea where this road winds up. I'm in completely new territory as far as I know. Now, when I was a young man, my dad and I hunted all over these hills, and so as far as I know, I've been here before, but not as an adult, not on my own, not in my Jeep. So Well, we've come out of that avenue and we are now beginning to ascend. We're going up a little bit of a steep climb here, not bad. But we're going to begin to ascend, it looks like, and go back a little higher, which we were already pretty high. So we're going up a little bit higher. Man, it's beautiful up here, so green. I've got to give you guys a shot of this. No, it's not Ireland. It's not that beautiful or green. But for us, this time of year is about as good as it's going to get. It's pretty lush, and the grass is green, and there's quite a bit of vegetation, as you can see on some of these hills. So it's quite a lovely drive, actually, coming out here. And like I said, as far as I know, this is the first time I've been on this particular road this far in. So I don't know. I can see a road bending around that mountain over there. I don't know where this road goes, if it goes there. I'm kind of hoping not, but I don't know. We'll just have to see. And that's what we'll do. Well, as you can see, we're kind of back in another avenue of trees and brush. The difficult thing is this road literally branches off several different directions, and so I'm having to make some decisions here, and it's really just a guess, and it's not an educated guess. I'm just trying to figure out, okay, which looks like the primary road. I know it's a little bit windy here, folks. I'm gonna have to shut these windows. I'm just having to guess which is the primary road. It's pretty well not a hard guess, because this is the best road, and that's what you always want to take as the very best road, and that's what we were doing. I'm just very eager to see where this road eventually winds up. I don't know if it winds up, as I said, in on 58, or if it's going to take us someplace completely different. We are coming up to some, looks like radio towers and that kind of thing. So again, I don't know where these roads ultimately lead. We're just in it for the journey. Well, man, there's some beautiful vistas up here. There's a road that looks like the main road is going to be taking me right down out of the mountains. There's a road up in front of me that goes up to a radio tower, but I don't know that I can make that hill. And I don't think I really want to try today. It's not the objective to try to see how daring and risky I can be. I am going to send the drone up and get some footage because there's some pretty valleys around here, and I want you to see what I'm seeing. Very difficult to catch it on the GoPro or my iPhone. So I'm going to send the drone up, and once we've done that, I think we're going to be taking the road to the right, which goes down and hopefully out of the mountains safely. If not, we'll be turning around and coming back the way we came. All right, folks. Okay, so I was talking to some guys in a pickup truck that were out here hunting, and the irony was, I don't know if what they were hunting exactly, but while we were talking up on the ridge, there were some deer. It looked like 3 or 4 of them marching along the top of the ridge, and they took off probably just to check them out. But anyway, I'm waiting for my drone to return to me. I sent it to see if I could see them, and I got so excited I forgot to cancel the landing protocol, so it was trying to land the whole time I was sending it off. But anyway, got it coming back to me now so that we can get out of here and head down. They did say that this road that I was looking at will weave me down all the way home, so that's what I'm counting on. So as soon as the drone gets here and I get a new battery in it, just in case I need it again, we'll be heading toward the house. It's going to be a little bit of a drive getting there, but it should take me down to 33, I would imagine, and then from there home. So anyway, we'll see what we see on our way down. There's a gate here. It looks like it may be impassable, and so I may be stuck here. So I might end up having to go back the way I came, but as I said, I don't mind it. If that's what is the case, that is the case, and it looks like that's the case. There is a road that goes back up in here around about, so maybe I'll take that and see where it takes me. I don't think it's going to take me to 58, but it might take me down off the mountain, and that would be a good thing. So we'll go this way for a little while, and we'll see. Coming back into one of these little areas where it's like I don't know what you'd call it, like a little avenue surrounded by brush, shaded by the hill. Kind of cool coming through these areas. Again, I'm not sure where this road's going to take me, and I'm thinking it might be better for time's sake just to turn around and come back the way that I came. But so far, as long as the road is good and it's safe, which it is, I don't mind following it a little bit just to see kind of where the adventure takes me. But before long, I think I'm going to be heading back. In fact, I think this is going to, no, it does go up the mountainside, so we'll see. Every time I think I'm at the end and I'm going to turn around, something else opens up that enables me to go forward. So, oh wow. I got a couple of choices here. I don't like the road that goes uphill, so I'm going to go backward. And there is an avenue of trees here. That looks pretty cool. So let's go through here and just see what we see. I think, like I said, we're going to probably end up having to go back the way we came. hope the GoPro got that. That was a hawk carrying off a squirrel or something. And it's still there in the valley going down in front of me. Wow. I've seen that before. My wife and I were coming over in this area once before, and we saw something very, very similar. A hawk just sitting on the side of the road, and when it took off, because we startled it, it had something in its talons. It was a squirrel, chipmunk, whatever. This road is a good little road, and it's going right through this valley. If it comes all the way down to the plains, I'll be shocked. So I've got to be prepared to stop, back up, turn around. It almost looks like somebody's got a vineyard on the side of this. There's another hawk, or maybe the same hawk, I don't know. Wow, how cool is that, folks? Right there is a hawk, and he's just daring me to come out of my vehicle. Beautiful. This is his domain. We see them around here all the time, but this is one of the first times I've gotten such a good close-up view of one. I would say he's probably about 25 yards away, if that. Maybe 15 yards, I don't know. I'm not a great judge of distance. But he's beautiful, and there he sits. Wow. What a drive today. Well, I left the hawk behind, and I hope that the GoPro is still filming. I really don't know. I don't know what it's picking up here, but this is a beautiful drive down this road. It's going to be going back up, it looks like, on the other side of the mountains, and this is not what I was hoping for. I was kind of hoping this would take me down through this all the way to the bottom into the plains, but it does not look like it does that. It looks like it goes back over the mountains, which is a little bit of a bummer because it means that I'm not really close to finding a way out yet. And I would like to find a way out. I keep saying I'm going to turn around and go back. But the beauty of this drive has just been amazing. Hawks all over the area too. Beautiful. Show you this over here. Again, just this beautiful green valley. You can see the tank down there. Again, some old vestiges of the old cattle days where livestock were around here. There's a water trough right down the way in front of me. I'm filming to the side right now, but lots of beautiful area out here. And I've never been out to any of this before, I'm sure. Well, folks, that's my view. I'm way up here in the mountains and looking down at Soda Lake out there, which is indeed filled with some water, and valley going through here. There's a road that goes over this mountain. I'm going to go for a little ways longer and just see if it'll drop me off either down below into the Carissa Plains, or if it will take me over to 58. If not, I'm going to turn around and go back. I'm running out of time. I would like to be home by 4, and it's 2:14, so I've got just enough time to make it back if I don't dilly-dally too much longer. So another couple hundred yards, then we turn around and go back. folks, I've had to make a decision to turn around at this point and go back. I just wanted to walk out here for a moment and get a little bit of footage of these trees. You can see the Crescent Plains down below, way in the distance maybe. But we're up on this mountainside. Some beautiful scenery, some radio towers up there on the top of that mountain. And we could keep going up this hill, and it would probably eventually take us around there. But as I said, the day is getting late. We've definitely had an eyeful today, seen the hawk carrying off its prey, seen the deer on the ridge. Definitely experienced some places we've not been to before. So to me, it was well worth the journey. And maybe we'll get a little footage as we head home. Well, there it is, folks, out there in front of me. You can't probably see, but there is a road that goes over that hill, teasing and tempting me to go that way, but it's not the way that I came. I came on a branch of that road that turns dramatically to the left going down the hill, and I'll probably take that. But what a vista. You see Soda Lake Road out there, definitely water in it, but what a view. And I've never been up here before. I would love to be able to take my lovely wife up here if I can talk her into the ride. Well, I couldn't help myself. I had to at least come down here and see where the road went, and it really pretty much ends right here. So that's where I'm going to end. I certainly don't want to tempt fate and get someplace to where I get stuck and can't get out. So the road pretty much comes to an end, I think, here. And if it went all the way down, I would take it as far as it went. But really, on this little plain right here, the tracks fade. I think the path ends. I can see where many people have come down here before and turned around, and that is what I will do. But wow, what a view. Amazing views all around.